The realm. Do you know what the realm is? It's the 1,000 blades of Aegon's enemies. A story we agree to tell each other over and over till we forget that it's a lie.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for another Game of Thrones update video. For those of you that don't know, I am currently in the middle of making a series of videos about how I would have ended Game of Thrones. As of right now, I have only uploaded the first video, which you can find on my channel now. I am almost done with the second video, but I set that to the side as soon as I saw this new update about House of the Dragon. I did figure that most of you would be interested in finding out when this new show may be released. Now, if you are interested in watching my Game of Thrones Season 8 rewrite, I will leave the link down below for the first episode, but for now, let's go ahead and have a look at the article that was released by Deadline just yesterday. House of the Dragon, HBO's straight-to-series prequel to Game of Thrones, is on track for a 2022 debut, HBO President of Programming Casey Bloys said in an interview with Deadline during TCA. My guess is sometime in 2022, he said, about when the series will premiere, stressing that it is too early to be more specific than that. They are starting writing, Bloys said of the project from George R. R. Martin and Ryan Condal. Written by Condal based on Martin's Fire and Blood book, House of the Dragon is set 300 years before the events of Game of Thrones and tells the story of House Targaryen, rich in the Dragonlord ancestors of Daenerys. Obviously, it's a big, complicated show, Bloys said, adding that there is no casting news yet. Game of Thrones veteran Miguel Sapochnik and Condal have partnered as showrunners and serve as executive producers on House of the Dragon, along with Game of Thrones co-executive producers Martin and Vince Geraghtis. House of the Dragon was one of 4 remaining Game of Thrones spin-offs in the works at HBO. The others are on hold, which could be indefinite or temporary. For me right now, I think getting House of the Dragon on the air will be the #1 priority, Bloys said. There are no other blinking green lights or anything like that. Sometime down the road, who knows, but there are no immediate plans. We are all focusing on House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon was the second Game of Thrones prequel to receive a green light, following a project written by Jane Goldman, which went to pilot starring Naomi Watts, but that was not picked up the series. Bloys explained to Deadline why. In development, in pilots, sometimes things come together and sometimes they don't, he said. One of the things I think Jane took on beautifully, which was a challenge, there was a lot more world creation because she set hers 8,000 years before the Mothership show, so it required a lot more. That is a big swing. One of the things about House of the Dragon, there is a text. There is a book, so that made it a little bit more of a roadmap for a series order. I think Jane did a beautiful job. It was a big challenge, but there was nothing that I would point to and say, oh, that one element did not work. Just overall, it did not quite gel. That's one of the reasons when we started out to think about, is there life after Game of Thrones in terms of Game of Thrones, we purposefully developed multiple projects. We would have been very lucky to do one pilot, have that pilot go and be a success, but in development, as you know, it takes a lot of tries to get it right. This is no different. Alright, so as you can see, the estimated release date for House of the Dragon is 2022. Like Casey said, this date is not set in stone. We very well could see the show earlier than that, but either way, I will make sure to keep you all updated as new information continues to release. Just like with Game of Thrones, I will be making videos about each season every step of the way. Whether it's casting news, filming locations, plot leaks, episode reviews and breakdowns, theories, etc. So make sure you stick around to find out any and all details relating to Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and A Song of Ice and Fire. Leave any comments you may have down below. I want to thank everyone for watching the video. I hope to see you all come back for the next one. I will be releasing the second episode on Friday. Until then, I hope you all have a great day. Bye.